Okay, your sound does work. Just in case I get like good and goofy and you're like wondering whether your sound works. Good evening. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Hey, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, and happy, what is this? Tuesday. Happy 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 Tuesday. I pray that you all are well. I pray that you all had a phenomenal day. I pray that your family is well, your marriage is well. I pray that you are well. I pray that you received some amazingly great news on today. I pray that, let's see, what else do we pray? What else do we pray? I pray that your mother is well, if your mother is still with us on this side. I pray that your business is successful and you're excited about your idea, like you're excited about your book, whatever the thing is, like the whatever your idea is that God has given you to share with the world, right? So, good evening. For those of you all who do not know me, my name is Dr. JaNee Mobley. I'm affectionately known as Dr. JaNee, and I help women who want to make money from their idea all while they're working their full time job. And really, I mean, it's an amazing thing. Hold on, y'all. All right. All right. Um, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm about to go. I'm like literally, I forgot to send this to my email community. So I'm getting ready to do this. Like, y'all forgive me real quick because we getting ready to do this. Like, yeah. So I pray that you all are well as you come in. If you're watching this on replay, type in hashtag replay. And this thing is not letting me be great. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. But type in where you're coming from. Type in like how your day is. We're gonna go ahead and get started because if y'all know me, you know I'm going to bed. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all the life of a woman who is working a full time job and building a business and also supporting her husband in doing the same. Let me tell y'all something. What it looks like sometimes is you staying up a little bit late. Sometimes it means going to bed a little bit early. Sometimes it means working through your lunch. Sometimes it means that you have to make those sacrifices to get and hit the end goals that you desire. So, right now on October 14th, well, not right now, but right now, I'm prepping for the Know Your Worth conference that is occurring October 14th. Well, who is the Know Your Worth conference for? It is for the woman who has a major idea, something that she really, really wants to make money with, all while she's working her full-time job. And that is the woman that I help, right? And what separates me, for more information, make sure you go to the description. So, what separates me from your ordinary coach to entrepreneurs is that I'm me. Like, I'm just me. I am me all day. It's just like you being you. I don't care how many people plait hair, do hair, or whatever. Nobody can be you the way that they be you. And let me give y'all this quick tip. People will be attracted to whatever it is that you're offering just because of who you are. Think about it. People gravitate when people buy, and I'm saying this, and I need to get like a t-shirt. Majority of people purchase emotionally. There has to be an emotional tie, an emotional connection for people to say, you know what, I'm going to pull out my wallet, or I'm going right now, I'm going to take out my Apple Pay and I'm going to pay you my money in order to help me with whatever it is that I need help with, right? So you have to remember, as a marketer, as a person, period, you want to show up as who you are, even if you feel like you're deficient. One of the things, and I bring up what I have observed about Sarah Jakes Roberts. One of the things, beyond the fact of who her father is, I truly believe that she has been graced to be able to build a brand and build a following outside of her father. But I believe one of the things that allows her and has afforded her to be able to connect with so many women across the globe is that it seems as though she is who she is. She tells her flaws, she tells her successes, she makes the connection with people. She lets women know that I'm not perfect. I made mistakes just like you. And then she gives and provides experiences as to how she's been flawed or how she still is flawed. One of the things, because I'm learning when I look on when I look on social media, I look from the perspective of a person who desires to teach, right? So a lot of the things that I learn from observation. And one of the things that I learned about her is that even as she was preparing for a Woman Evolve, even the day of, I guess somebody took a picture of her dad kissing her on the top of her head, and she began to express the insecurity that she felt. She began to express the doubt that she felt. She began to express in another post how she didn't feel significant, how she really wasn't sure that what she was doing was good enough. Here's the thing. The reality of it is we live in a day and age where people want to make a connection, where people want to feel connected. And the way that you separate yourself from everybody else, and yes, there are people who are faking it. However, this is one thing that I understand about being fake. When you're not your authentic self, when you're not who God created you, it is very, very difficult. It is very, very taxing. It is very, very draining to pretend to be someone that you're not. It's just like, well, it is. You create a lie, so you got to continue to lie to keep up with the lie that you told the last time. Then you got to remember the lie, the original lie that you had, so that the subsequent lies line up. So as you are presenting your product and your service, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, when I started moving forward as a coach to entrepreneurs, I'm going like, I literally had this conversation with God, like, how am I going to be the one to like plaster myself and tell people, and I'm still working a full-time job? Well, the reality of it is that I am working a full-time job. I am a wife. I am a mom to 3 small children biologically in our home. We have older children, right? So I want y'all to know that just like y'all, I work. Just like y'all, I'm paying bills. Just like y'all, right, I'm managing a household. Just like y'all, there's a connection that has to be made. Remember, people buy emotionally. We purchase emotionally. Why do y'all think when we look at the television, these commercials, even the ads on social media are so graphic? They make the food look so amazing. And one of the things that I found out is that sometimes the food ain't even real, but they get the best made looking food, if that's a whole thing, right? And they take pictures of it. Why? Because they want to pull you in to their restaurant. They want to pull you in. Even when you look at somebody who what's her name? Oh gosh. I watch, is it One Stop Chop? The man food look amazing. So what does it do? I like to eat. Like, I don't know how many of y'all like to eat. I love food, okay? I love great food. I'm like dwindling off of the bad foods. No judgment, but I'm 40 years young and I plan on living a very long time, very, very well, right? So when I look at his food, what draws me in is how his food looks. Right? What draws me in is how he prepares his food. He shows every single step. And if you are a chef and you're the type of person, or you're a cook and you want to sell food, remember your presentation has to be amazing, right? Because it draws people in. And what draws people in? You draw people in. As somebody who's a service-based entrepreneur, you draw people in. Unless you are a big conglomerate, a big company like Nike, right? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Unless you are a big conglomerate, a huge company like Nike, guess what? People are going to see you. You are going to be the face of your brand. You're going to be the face of your brand. And that's actually not a bad thing, because it allows you to make that emotional connection. And that ain't even what I was talking about tonight, but that's a free nugget. So just make sure that you are always you. You tell people as much as you want to tell them, but be honest about who you are and where you are in your life. So let's get started. This week, I'm really on the tip of clarity because I truly understand how can you move forward in your business? How can you move forward with the idea? How can you apply for the patent? How can you present this particular invention, this product to anybody if you're not clear about it? So clarity is everything. Last night, I talked about clarity even in greater detail, but I want you all, again, I'm going to give you all this depiction, right? And this picture. I want you to picture two glasses, a clear glass, and I may have to do this one day, but I don't want to put no dirt in my glasses. Okay. But two drinking glasses, right? Both of them are clear. So you pour water into both of them. One of them stays clear. The other one, you begin to add dirt or you begin to add clay because I live in Georgia and it's clay outside. I'm actually from Miami though. So we have dirt. I'm a city girl, y'all. We have dirt in Miami. In Georgia, they have clay. Clay is a little orange. Well, it's kind of very orange, right? But at any rate, you begin to add the dirt to one of the glasses. What happens to the color of the water? It begins to darken. It begins to be difficult to see on the other side of the glass. Where if you have the glass that is completely clear with nothing in it, you can literally look through it and pay attention and see what's on the other side. Well, when you lack clarity, it's likened to looking through that particular drinking glass that has dirt in it. And here's the thing. You work a job, right? So 9 times out of 10, every ounce of time that you have, you want your time to be effective. You want that anything that you put out, you hit the target. That anybody who hears or sees your videos, your content, that they understand who you are and what it is that you do. And that you draw them in emotionally that makes them want to say, let me see what else they're offering. Let me click the subscribe button. Let me follow them on Instagram. Let me follow them on Threads. It draws them in. So tonight we're going to talk about the 3 necessary areas of clarity that you need in order to make money. And I'm almost done. But let me sip my water before I do. Let me tell y'all. And this is just a small commercial. Water is one of the best gifts that you can give yourself on a daily basis. Best gifts. Why? Our bodies are made majority of water, right? And majority of the things that we consume, whether passively or intentionally, it comes out in our urine. So when you drink water, a lot of it comes out in your urine. This is the Dr. JaNee part of me, like the doctorate of pharmacy. When people have hypertension, one of the main drugs, and this is sidebar, I'm about to get into the 3 points. One of the main drugs that they usually give patients, especially those who have hypertension and may have issues with swelling, is they give them a water pill. Why do they give them a diuretic, which is a water pill? To encourage them to urinate. The reason why is wherever sodium goes, which is the reason why your blood pressure is elevated, water follows. So the goal is that anytime that you urinate, the sodium is going to come out in your urine. Go figure, right? You learned something new today if you didn't know that. So area number 1 that you must have clarity in order to make money from your idea. You must have clarity on your product or your service. Whatever it is that you are creating, whatever it is that you want people to buy and put their money in, you must have clarity about it. If they ask you questions, you should be able to respond concerning it. You should know your product back and forth. You should know, which brings me into number 2. You should know the problem that you solve. So people should know that whenever they purchase this particular product from you, this is the solution that they're going to get. So as an example, for me, the Know Your Worth conference is occurring next Saturday on October 14th in Leesburg, Georgia. Hit the link in the description, right? So when somebody invests in purchasing that ticket, on the page is clear, or should be clear, that what you're going to learn is strategy so that you can know how to market your idea. But before we get there, I'm going to help you to clear the clutter in your mind that's stopping you from progressing in your business. Hi, Noah. Right? Thank you for that. I like that high, that pink high, right? And so you want to be crystal clear on whatever it is that you are offering people. You want to be clear on the solution that it provides for them. Why? Remember, people are emotional buyers. So every time people make a decision, it's usually very personal. That's why one of the reasons too why a lot of these companies want our cell phone numbers, because they want to be able to continue to communicate with us often. They don't care how many doggone emails or text messages that they send. They want to ensure that you're getting the message. They want to make sure that anytime that you ever have a problem that they solve, that they're the only company that you think about and consider. So, using again myself as the example, the product or whatever it is that I'm selling right now is tickets to the Know Your Worth Conference 2023. So every attendee is going to walk out of there with the goal is to walk out of there with a clear mindset, overcoming self-limiting beliefs. Number 2, having clarity on their product and service. Number 3, making sure that they have strategies to market their idea. And number 4, you're going to implement before you go. So you're not going to be sitting there. It's going to be like a conference/workshop. You're not going to be sitting there looking at the presenter and wondering what they're going to say next. Because here's the reality. Majority of us know what to do in order to succeed. The reality of it is that many people don't do what is necessary in order to succeed. So we sit back and we wonder, or some majority of the times they sit back and wonder, like, why isn't things happening? Well, could it be the fact that you didn't do it long enough? I remember when I first started my business, I would stop and start, stop and start, stop and start, because I was so focused on what I wasn't seeing that I wasn't consistently doing the activity at the time to get the results. So the reality of it is that we have to make sure, back to my conversation, we have to make sure that you are clear on whatever it is that you're selling people. I don't care if it's pies, I don't care if it's shoes, I don't care if it's clothes. Be clear on what it is that you sell. Another brand that I follow is Sassy Jones. I haven't followed her in a while, but yeah, she's on my email list. She has my email. Excuse me, I had that reversed. She has my name on her email list. So whenever her company sends an email, it is very, very positively emotionally driven. She sends a lot of pictures and they send explanations of what this wardrobe or what these accessories will do to benefit my confidence. So if you are an individual who lacks confidence, this particular company will speak to your soul, especially if you want to boost your confidence. So you have to be clear on the product, on the actual solution that you provide. Okay. Number 2, ask yourself, what problem do I solve? So, as an example, for me, I'll take me as an example and then I'll take a cardiologist, right? Because that's easy. So, with cardiologists, the problem that they solve is heart issues. Anything related to the heart, cardiologists solve issues or should be able to track down issues that are associated with sicknesses of the heart. So what happens is if a person is having heart issues or cardiologic issues, they already know I need to contact a cardiologist. So for me, as an example, the problem that I solve is that for the woman who's having difficulty, hey y'all, the woman who's having difficulty really trying to put together her idea and make money while she's working, while she's taking care of the kids, while she's trying to take care of her husband, I solve that problem because I help her to create a whole strategy so that she would make money from her idea. So you want to be clear on whatever it is that you're offering people. You want to be clear on whatever it is that you want people to buy. Again, remember, people are very, very simple. We're very simple. Think about you. What makes you want to buy? There has to be a need that you have. It has to be bothering you. And here's another sidebar. Just because people don't buy exactly when you want them to buy doesn't mean that they're never going to buy. Here's the thing. McDonald's advertises commercials every day. They have social media ads every day. They even send emails every day, right? The reality of it is, majority of people, well, I don't go to McDonald's every single day, right? But here's the thing, when you want to eat a specific thing, McDonald's always wants to make sure that they keep you at the top of mind, that you always remember. I said that in reverse, but who cares? You always want to remember that you want to make sure that you keep people, your product and your service and who you are as top of mind. I'm gonna give you all a story. About maybe about 4 years ago, I met a young lady who was a referral, and I followed up with her and asked her whether she was interested in the services. So she was at the time, right? But she asked me, she said, well, I'm not ready right now. Will you follow up with me? So I followed up with her and I had her on a schedule. That's another thing. Follow up still work. There's still fortune in the follow up because it actually works, because majority of people don't follow up anyway. So when you follow up with somebody, they feel extra special. Remember that. So I followed up with her, and then sometime I gave her some space. But I was still in the marketplace. I was still posting. I was still doing live videos. I was still marketing myself. So she saw me on social media, and I didn't even realize that she was watching. But here's the thing. When the need came, when she got desperate, when the problem that I solved became dire for her, she inboxed me on a Saturday. And she was like, I need to schedule a consultation with you. I need to schedule some time with you. I really, really need to talk with you. So I said, okay, no problem. At some time I went ahead and sent her the link so that she can schedule some time with me, right? It didn't take a second. She was like, I'm ready to enroll. I told her how much the investment was. She paid it in full, no question. What am I saying? It was a period of probably about 3 to 4 years before she made a decision to buy. But what happened was, the problem that I solved, her issue became dire. So when the issue became dire, because I was consistently present in the marketplace, she thought about me. Now, some years ago, when I initially started my business and I was lacking confidence and lacking I was dealing with all these mindset issues, fear of rejection, all of that other stuff, right? I would have been like, you know what? Maybe she ain't interested. I ain't gonna follow up with her. And here's what would have happened. She would have never seen me in the marketplace. Guess what? When the need came, she was gonna find somebody else. So you want to be very, very clear on the problem that you solve, and you want to market it consistently. You want to show up and you want to be loud in the marketplace. And most importantly, you want to be yourself. Here's the thing. Some people will like you and some people won't. But who cares? Because you are here to serve those who God has called you to serve. Everybody won't get it. Some people go to Burger King over McDonald's. Some people prefer Wendy's over Burger King. Some people prefer Zaxby's over, I don't know the other comparison, but you get my point. Some people prefer Whole Foods over some other grocery stores, even though we don't have a Whole Foods here. I'm still hurt about it. But anyway, right? So number one, again, gain clarity on your product and service so that you can communicate it in the marketplace. Number two, be clear. This is the other area you want to be clear on. Be clear on the problem that you solve. That way, as you're communicating in your marketing, people already know, okay, yeah, this is what she does. Lastly, number three, be clear on the solution that you provide. Be clear on it. Be able to articulate it. Be able to hear somebody else with the problem or somebody close with the problem that you solve and say, hey, I'm your girl. And this is how I can help you. And this is what I do. Right? You want to be very, very clear on that. Even if we look, I don't know why this just came to mind, but I think it's probably because she's a realtor. Even when you think about realtors, you have realtors who specialize only in commercial, and then you have those who specialize only in residential. Then you have some who specialize in both. Well, here's the thing. If you have niched yourself to just commercial, if somebody wants to purchase commercial property, guess who they need to be thinking about? They need to be thinking about you. So as you're communicating in the marketplace, as you're communicating in marketing, you want to make it crystal clear on, hey, I am the expert on obtaining commercial property in this particular area. So again, those three areas, and this is just three, there are more. So the first area is you want to be clear on your product or service or whatever it is that you're selling. Number two, be clear on the problem that you solve for people. I want y'all to think about, I don't know if you've ever watched Shark Tank before. Shark Tank, you spend a few minutes on there and they give you very little time to explain what it is that you do. So when you're pitching to people, you got to be clear and quick on what it is that you do, and you got to be able to articulate it and make it very simple. Here's the thing, don't overcomplicate it. Even if the words sound beautiful and it sounds amazing. Remember, people are simple. And if we got to think too hard about something, let me tell y'all, people don't even want to read no more. Okay? So what do you think? If they're going to have to figure out what it is that you're doing too long, they're going to keep scrolling. They're going to keep going. They're not going to want to hear anything that you have to say. So you want to make sure that you're clear. You don't want to be that dark, muddy glass where you can't see through anything. You want to be able to see through your marketing, see through your product, see through whatever it is that you are sharing with the world and that you want people to buy, so that they will say, oh my gosh, she is the answer to my problem. Oh my gosh, she has what I need. So I thank you all for watching me on tonight. If you haven't subscribed to my channel to get more goodies and good stuff and time with me, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Share this link with maybe 2 people that you know, or 1. Greatly appreciate it. I thank y'all for joining me. And remember to know your worth. Good night, y'all. Bye.